Best greetings from Kiev, the capital of Ukraine. My name is Victor Fursov, and today, March 4th, 2018. And by the way, I'm sitting in my kitchen and I'm just waiting for this kettle to get a tea. And this video is devoted to the question about gas supply in Ukraine. You know that we have a kind of problem between Russia and Ukraine, and just recently, just yesterday, I've got just news that some Ukrainian huge supplying companies, which is named Gazprom, Prom meaning just industrial supplier of gas, just terminated the supply of gas to Ukraine and maybe to Europe as well. So this was quite frustrating news for me as well, and for my friends, who just said that probably all the governmental offices will be cut off energy supply, because some heating in this time is dependable from gas. So that's why yesterday in my room, in my working time, yesterday was a working Saturday before these holidays or Women's Day, was pretty cold. And you know, when it is going to be cold, you must be prepared. Here I'm sitting in my kitchen in my house, so pretty warm, because you see, just I use a gas. And fortunately in Ukraine we have a very special peculiarity. I say two peculiarities, a few of them can be interesting for you. First peculiarity, we don't have a calculator for gas. So if you're watching me from America, from Europe, maybe from Turkish Republic, maybe from Japan, so in many countries there are special calculators, counters, so you can count how much supply of gas coming to you, to your house, so you are paying for that. In Ukraine, there are some of this special equipment in some apartments, but you need to pay for this calculator, and according to this calculator you pay for gas. But in the majority of apartments, no any calculator, so I can use this gas without limitations. So, and this is the old Ukrainian and Russian tradition, just to heat your house with the gas. You can see like this. And definitely it's quite useful, especially when it's going to be cold in winter. Fortunately in my house, heating here pretty good in Darnitsa region, very nice. Sometimes it's a nasty smell going around, because the smell out of house absolutely disgusting, because you see some energetic stations just using all good oxygen, and smell around is awful because of all this oil, and I'm not sure, just this gas supplied stations will supply heating in our houses working badly. But we don't have a calculator for gas, so you see I can use it freely. That's a great advantage. When I been visiting Turkish Republic, was quite difficult to be very careful about gas. In Ukraine, in an apartment, usually you have, not usually, always in big cities you have a central gas supply and also central heating. But if you have a private apartment, of course, in a private apartment you may have your private heating, but central gas supply with calculator. So each house may have a calculator, so it can calculate the amount of gas. So I don't calculate the gas, and I don't calculate my heating, central heating. But my, this is a special governmental office who is responsible for all gas and all these communal offices. They're just counting all the consumers like me, all other people who are living in apartments, how much gas, water, electricity, heating they have been using. And so we are receiving special bills every month with a calculation for cold water, for hot water, for gas, and for heating. Probably heard that in this winter heating heating. I show heating because here near me just this is a heating system. I don't have a boiler. Heating system pretty warm. Warm? Yes, very warm. So they're sending us special bills, and these bills pretty high, maybe 3-4 times higher than in last year. Yes, this time 3 times more expensive bills for heating, and definitely for all payment for apartments. But for gas, for instance, I pay as a private user, the private customer, approximately 30 hryvnia, so it costs me just for 1 month. I'm paying, fortunately, because I'm in an apartment and I have unlimited gas supply, just $1. So you see, like somewhere in Saudi Arabia, maybe in other countries as well. So $1 for in my apartment. Fortunately, keeping my fingers crossed. But people who are using gas in private houses, they need to calculate it because they use their gas for heating their private apartments. And in private apartment in a village usually it's a big one, maybe 100 square meters. The supply is quite becoming very expensive, as I heard some people paying $1 for me, and for people who is paying approximately maybe 2,000 or 3,000 hryvnia, that means approximately at least $100 for 1 month. And with this payment for gas, it's not it's expensive. It's not cheap. It's not cheap. So for people who are living in suburbs of Kiev, and in all other cities in suburbs, in the villages, and who is using gas supply for the central heating, it's going to be problem. But I'm using just for my heating, and definitely I use it just to get some tea. And of course, because my channel is devoted, to entomology, beekeeping, and teaching. So that's why I'm just using here tea. As usual, I do not drink because it's too hot. But of course, I'm very pleased to show you that I use nice Ukrainian honey. Yes, that's right. Beekeeper should use honey. So I use all this whole Ukrainian honey. Is pretty good, especially if you are going to get it from devoted beekeeper, the person whom you trust. So from trustworthy person, that's the best way to buy it. So I got it from my friend Vasil. You can see his face on many of my videos, by the way. So that's why he's a trustworthy supplier of honey, and also of very nice Ukrainian beehives. So you can find my channel full of the video of very nice Ukrainian beehives of Vasil Priatelenko. He's a very good inventor. So just check it. It's quite interesting. Spring is coming, so we will be going to Ukrainian apiary of Vasil Priatelenko, and we will show again his beehives, which are very, very advanced and well developed and good for bees. And I say about springtime, but why I'm sitting here and just near the house? Because it's cold in Ukraine. In Ukraine, from the beginning of the spring, from 1st March, cold, and the frost started to be in Ukraine. So now it's in -5. Probably my temperature radiator can show maybe -10. -10. It was -3 midday today. Yesterday I visited central downtown of city, was maybe also -7, but it was very, very wet. My feet became even wet. It was a little bit dangerous. So, but I say, I'm really just afraid about this cut supply of gas to Ukraine, because if it will be this situation, it will be exaggerated and developing. So what does it mean for Ukrainian customers and for governmental offices? it means the situation will be very difficult, because yesterday, for example, was pretty cold in my office, so I was sitting using my scarf. So I was sitting near my microscope. I did some photos, I will put it on Facebook. I use my scarf near microscope. I use my hat. So, and this was actually my very useful equipment, just don't to be frozen in this springtime when, yes, real frost and snow came to Ukraine. It's snowing just at street behind this window. Yes, it was snowing, and snow is just maybe 30 centimeters on the ground. So we're waiting for real spring, like now sakura is just flourishing in Ukraine, not in Ukraine, in Japan. In Ukraine, it's a frost. It's a frost, ice, and snow. Fortunately here in my kitchen room, it's a warm. It's a warm, so I can drink this Ukrainian tea, not Ukrainian, the Ceylon tea with the Ukrainian honey, and enjoy myself. So, what this video is about? So, don't worry about gas in Ukraine. Don't worry about gas supply from Russia to European countries and Ukraine, because as officials say, so no problem about gas supply in Ukraine. We're just making conversion of gas from Europe. We're not taking gas, we're taking gas from other countries who are receiving gas from Russia. So we're going to get gas from Poland, from Slovakia, maybe from Romania, maybe from Hungary. All our neighbors, we're sending them gas, big gas, and we're receiving a little bit gas for us as well. So this gas will be Hungarian, Polish, Slovakian, and which one? Polish, Slovakian, Hungarian, yeah, maybe from Germany. So Deutsche Gas, very good suppliers by the way. So we will be full of gas from Poland, Slovakia, and other our good neighbor countries. So don't worry, we are not frozen. It's pretty warm in Ukraine, so we have a good supply of gas, water, and gas you can see here, this is a blue one, so no shortage. Some people say that if gas is going to be yellowish, it means there is a shortage, so it's not clean gas. Now I can recognize this gas is pretty warm, so I open it, so and I'm just heating myself and I'm enjoying it. Even too much CO2. Yeah, no fresh air, so I open a window, but don't worry, it's pretty warm in Ukraine, and especially in the private apartments. I worry if it will be so warm in my working place, but I will check it tomorrow, and I will tell you in my story tomorrow evening, I hope so, or maybe in evening time of following holidays, because next week, on Thursday we will have a International Women's Day, right? March 8th in 2018. So people are enjoying, celebrate it, and we will have 4 holidays. 8th, 9th, 10th and 11th of March will be all international holidays in Ukraine, Ukrainian holidays. That's why we were working on last Saturday, and 4 days of holidays like maize holidays. After that we will have maize holidays in May. People are going to dig around to plant potato, but in this time, very cold time in Ukraine, the cold first days of spring, probably people will have holidays going to park. And by the way, I forgot to say you, if there will not be good hot supply, I've heard that this gas was stopped. Yes, so was some cutting of work of some schools, colleges and kindergartens in Ukraine. I'm not quite sure about it, but yesterday, yes, it was correct. but at least 1, 2, 3, okay, Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, 3 days before holidays will be cut off for children in the schools and in kindergarten. It will be some problems for their parents, but children are not going to colleges, not going to schools, so they are happy about it, and not going to kindergartens, maybe not all, but who knows. I will check internet and I will check my friends who have very little kids. My kid is okay, very good one, big one. So that's a short story about Ukrainian and Russian gas. So we don't have Russian gas in Ukraine. Do you know? If you have Russian gas, just write under your comments if you are receiving Russian gas. We are receiving Polish gas, Slovakian, Hungarian and Romanian gas. And this is much cleaner than in Russia and Siberia. Slovakian, Polish and Hungarian gas is the best, really. This is European gas. This is not Russian gas. And it's heating, it's just burning. Well done, burning very well. Very good smell, good quality, good heat. And we enjoy it very much because we need to keep warm our apartments. And thank you, God, for our gas supply. Thank you for our suppliers that were supplying us very nice European gas. Thank you very much. And thank you for your curiosity. If you was following me and watching this strange, maybe surprising video, and you can see that more or less everything is going to be not bad, good in Ukraine. And I will promise you to create more stories from Ukraine. I'm not supplying stories about food when I come into supermarket. I got bored about it, so it's became not so interesting for me. Maybe another time I got just series of these stories about food, about different products in Turkish Republic. This was quite interesting. So next time about something else. So thank you for watching, thank you for comments, my friend Ishrat Aishar, yes, making Ozan Press from Istanbul, making some comments. I can see it on screen, but later it will not be showing on the comments. So thank you then for watching, thank you for your curiosity. So everything is going to be good, pretty warm in Ukraine, gas supply is going to be good, and I hope so it will be warm also in my working place. I hope so, really, because my heater is working on a full power and my roof is good enough, and I hope it will be warm at least 3 days before holidays. What's going to be later, I will make you reports from my kitchen. So follow my channel, don't forget press likes, write your comments. They're very useful because I'm receiving feedback from my subscribers, from curious people who are coming to my channel, and this stream supply, transaction of this video is very useful because it's showing in channels more quickly rather than I'm going to make very good, how to say, very good picture of a recording on my camera. Even here quality will be less, but Mohammed Ajel from Egypt, very good idea. He is just saying how it's about trip to Egypt. That's a good idea. I visited Egypt by this several times. First time I visited in 1995 when it was Trichogrammatidae egg parasitoid conference in Egypt, in Cairo, and I enjoyed very much. I made not one presentation, I made 3 presentations about egg parasitoids. So and later I visited 2 times, to be honest, in Sharm el-Sheikh. And it was a really nice time in Egypt. And by the way, that's a very nice place to visit, especially when I come in there from January period in Ukraine or in Russia. So you're coming from winter directly to the summer in Egypt. So thank you for my subscribers who are curious and watching me just even from Egypt. And if you are interested, just sometimes you can click you can click on advertisement. You know, sometimes here's just something is appearing on my screen, not always. So this commercial advertisement, if I come in, these are quite useful. Thank you for watching. This is Sega Best with a very interesting nick, Sega Best, saying hello in a Ukrainian language. So thank you for watching. So I will be creating new story in Russian, not in Ukrainian, but in English too, for all people who are watching me from other countries. And sometimes YouTube is showing in analytics that some of my videos have been shown in 57 countries all around the world, and it's really nice. So I'm sending base greetings to all these 59 countries in the world and saying that heating is going to be good, and European gases are really very good in Ukraine. And I will send you some stories from center of Kyiv. Oh, where are you from? Where I am from? I'm sending you this video from Kiev, from Ukraine, so I'm making this video here and now. So if you are interested in my biography, so please just make some digging on my channel. On my channel you can see some of my presentations in different countries, in different places, about different entomological, beekeeping questions and so on. One friend is on and it's writing, only now Ukrainian tourist visit were coming to us. Yes, okay, very good. Another friend is writing me, are you talking only in English? No, I can speak Russian, by the way, so thank you for question. I can speak Russian pretty well, so thank you for this very nice question. So if you want to get this story in Russian, or maybe in Ukrainian, yes, sometimes I'm reading and enjoying Ukrainian poetry. Ukrainian poems, Ukrainian writers, and all this also you can find on my channel, because some intellectual work that's pretty good, I guess. So not only talking about politics, not only about something awful and disgusting stuff in Ukraine, try to dig something positive, and when I'm talking with my audience, I'm getting a little bit energy, adrenaline from my audience, even with feedback. These small comments just on screen, this is online, or under this video, they are really very helpful. Thank you very much. I am just thanking you with your hands, and thank you for your curiosity and for your support, and write your comments. So I will make another story. So press on this small bell in this video, not which one, here or here, bell. There, you're so energetical, so I'm trying. They give life to tourism now. Okay, this one man is writing about inviting all of us to Egypt. Thank you for invitation to Egypt. Don't forget, Egypt is a really warm country, enjoyable place, Sharm el-Sheikh and other places. Now, only the question sometimes it's a little bit dangerous, I say, for this Egyptian guy. Dangerous, and some people afraid of some booming in a bus or in some places in Egypt. So you can calculate, you have money and curiosity to history, to see, and your security, and of course your money. So if this is your curiosity is balanced in here, so of course you can come to Egypt with curiosity, and you are not afraid about it. If you are a little bit afraid, this is a balance. So next time, I promise you, I will create a second story. Oh, it's too hot, actually. It's too hot. Sitting here near the house, near all this heating. I promise to create a second part of the story in Russian language for people who are from Petropavlovsk, Kamchatsky, from Siberia, from Novosibirsk, from Baikal region, from Ural, from Simbirsk, from Ufa, from Moscow region, and from my beloved St. Petersburg as well, and even from Kaliningrad, where I have my friends and colleagues. So thank you very much, all of them, even to some people in Mexico, in California, in San Francisco, in Washington, in Arizona, in New Zealand, in Idaho, and all my friends all in Japan, in Nagoya, in Tokyo, in Saitama, in Toyota. Yeah, my best greetings. I don't forget about anything. I do remember about the job and about my promises. And thank you for all friends all around the world who is curious to watch this video. I promise to give you some other evening talks in English from my kitchen, sipping nice Ukrainian, Ceylon, Indian tea and enjoying nice Ukrainian honey. Welcome to Ukraine to taste nice Ukrainian honey. I promise we can visit very nice apiary and will taste great, tasty, delicious Ukrainian honey in Ukraine. Welcome to Ukraine. Welcome to Ukrainian beekeeping apiaries. Thank you for watching. So I need to relax a little bit and create next story in Russian. Thank you very much, my subscribers. Was very nice story. I like it very much. My conversation with my audience. It's giving me energy, enthusiasm, and good luck to you too. Bye bye. See you soon on my channel. Thank you for your likes. Some people say I like and I subscribe. Thank you for your likes and thank you for subscription. Good luck and see you soon. Thank you for sharing this knowledge. Okay, thank you to you too for watching me. Thank you.